Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy March. I can't believe it's already March, guys. I hope everyone had a good weekend. How's everyone doing? Let me look at my live chat. Sapphire, Samara, Cheryl T, Charlie Girl Says, Mike, Nurse Teacher. Look at me actually being here. Happy Monday, everyone. I know you're busy, girl, and you work. How you been doing though? Hey, Amanda. Welcome to the chat. So I got us several things to talk about this morning. Hey, Sandy. Good morning. Um, Before I get started on that, I just want to tell y'all I've not been feeling well. Yesterday I slept all day, so if I seem a little bit off this morning, it's because I've not been feeling well. Hopefully, they get my blood work back today so they can write me thyroid medicine if I need it. She's pretty sure that I need it. She said my thyroid felt enlarged. Um, and she told me that that's probably why I haven't been feeling good. I slept all evening yesterday. I bet you I laid down at 2 o'clock, and I didn't get up till at least 6. Hey, Shay, Booze Love, Shine On. How are y'all doing? Anyways, y'all say a prayer for me, please. Okay, so this morning we're going to be talking about the Jennifer Dulos case. We're going to be talking about Kim Kardashian because she had some weirdo crash through her gate. We're going to be talking about Lady Gaga. She got her dogs back, and her dog walker is expected to make a full recovery. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Okay, so I guess we'll start off with Jennifer Dulos's case since I didn't have Michelle Treconis's picture pulled up. Let me screen share it. This little crybaby wants her GPS monitor device took off her ankle. You know what? She ought to be counting her lucky stars that she's even out of jail. I mean, her bond was $2.1 million. It's a high-ass bond. And she has done everything, her and her attorney has done everything in their power to get this GPS device off her ankle. Like, that's just such a horrible thing to have to wear, a GPS device. I mean, yeah, it's going to be aggravating. But when you get yourself involved with weirdos like Fotis Dulos, that's what happens to you. You get cuffed and stuffed, and they put you on probation and a GPS monitoring device. Now she's not on probation anymore. Let me. Oh crap! I thought I had my Michelle Treconis stuff pulled up as Kim Kardashian. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to find my article here. I thought I was prepared. Okay, here it is. Okay, attorney considers federal intervention for GPS device in Jennifer Dulos case. Okay, it says the attorney for Michelle Treconis, we're just going to call her the gal pal, says he's considering a federal court intervention in his quest to have his client's GPS tracking device removed. Fails at the state level. So if it fails at the state level, he's going to take it to the federal level, I guess. I'm going to keep filing appeals on the bracelet, attorney John Schoenhorn said. In my opinion, it's the 21st century ankle shackles used in chain gangs. Well, that's a little dramatic. Other states have held that long-term use of ankle bracelet monitoring is cruel and unusual punishment under the 8th Amendment. What's cruel and unusual punishment is when you sit with your boyfriend and plan his wife's murder. And when you help dispose of evidence. Okay. Schoenhorn said plans to continue filing motions for the removal of the device unit. All of his options in state court have been exhausted. Eventually, I could go to federal court, he said. The gal pal has been required to wear a GPS ankle monitoring device since she was first arrested in June 2019 in connection with the death and disappearance of Jennifer Farber Dulos. The gal pal is free on a $2.1 million bond after pleading not guilty to 2 counts of tampering with evidence, hindering prosecution, and conspiracy to commit murder. Now, she's got all these charges, a really high bond, and she wants her ankle device removed. Really, lady, you should be thanking your lucky stars that you're even out right now. I really believe this lady thinks that she's going to be found not guilty, which they may find her not guilty, but I seriously doubt it. She's on surveillance video with Fotis Dulos as he's disposing of evidence. And we're talking about bloody sponges. He was disposing of this evidence on Albany Avenue in Hartford in it was in like a trash bag. Well, there were several trash bags because he made several stops getting rid of evidence. But there was bloody sponges in there that contained Jennifer Dulos's blood DNA. Jennifer Dulos's shirt was in there, her bra, and Michelle Troconis's fingerprints was inside of the trash bag. So that tells us that she was helping him put that evidence into the bag. And she claims she's never touched that bag or anything. Really, lady? How did your fingerprints get on the inside of it then? If it was a new trash bag, your fingerprints shouldn't have been on it at all if you didn't touch it. So that's the update about Michelle. Let me look at my chat. Hey, Never Lose Hope. Sorry, guys. I was running my mouth. I wasn't looking at the chat. Cruel and unusual. Wonder what he'd call what happened to Jennifer. She was brutally, viciously attacked. The coroner has said that there is no way that she survived that attack with the amount of blood that was in her garage. That son of a bitch was lying in wait for her, and Michelle Troconis knew what he was going to do that morning, and so did his friend and former attorney, Kent Mulhenny. They all knew it. They was going to kill Kent's ex-wife too, or his estranged wife. Fotis tried to arrange meetings with her. She met him at one restaurant, and she flat out told him, I'm not meeting with Kent without my attorney. Because Kent had been in trouble for raping his estranged wife. He's still in trouble for it. Then Fotis tried again. He called her at her home trying to get her to come to his house, Fotis's house, and meet with Kent. He offered up a room in his house, sex pad room as he called it, so that they could reconcile. And Kent's wife was like, hell no. I don't know you. She didn't even know Fotis. Kent knew Fotis, but Kent's estranged wife did not know Fotis. I believe they had a kill your wife's club. That's what I think. They were going to kill Kent's wife too, but she was too smart to fall for their tricks. They had found a grave that was dug. There was nothing in the grave at this club for men where you go like shoot guns and stuff like that. They found this hole dug there. Kent was a member of that club. I think Fotis used to be. But they found this grave dug, and inside of the grave was lime and things like that. Well, they reported it. The people at the country club reported it to police. When police come and check it out, the lime and everything is gone from the grave. Now, either they was going to put Kent's wife there, estranged wife, or they was going to put Jennifer there. She knew they were capable of it. Yes, Booth Love, Kent's estranged wife, she was scared to death of Kent. He attacked her. After they split up and filed separation, he attacked her and raped her. Hey, Kay, good morning. How are you? And here's something about Kent. He broke his phone on the day that Jennifer Dulos disappeared. Now, he just mysteriously broke his phone. He fell down the stairs and just like shattered his phone. I call bullcrap. I think they found a bunch of stuff on his phone. I just can't remember right offhand what it was. I've got all the documents somewhere. I'm going to have to go through my Google Drive and reread them. But anyways, prayers for Jennifer's family. I pray that they are able to locate Jennifer's body and give her a proper burial. I can't imagine what her 5 children have went through. Here, their mother disappeared. It's all over the news saying that, more than likely she's dead. She couldn't have survived that attack with the amount of blood that was found, right? Then Fotis, their father, is accused of murdering their mother, and then he takes his own life. It's so sad. I feel so bad for them. They're in a good home right now with Jennifer's mother, Gloria Farber, living in a fancy-wancy apartment in New York. But still, you know what I mean? They need their mom. Hey, Pink Sugar. I like that name, Pink Sugar. It's so cute. It's all right if you're late. Let me give you a late slip. Does anybody else need one? Well, click it. I think I need new batteries for my mouse. Okay. So let's move on from that because I got quite a few topics. Some of them I don't have in my thumbnail or title. I hope I get to them. So let's go on to Kim Kardashian. Okay. So Wednesday night at around 6:30 p.m. this past Wednesday, some weirdo crashed through Kim Kardashian's security gates. Do we need a picture of Kim? Let's get a picture pulled up. I am not a Kardashian fan. I used to be. Just a bunch of little spoiled bitches, in my opinion. I don't like the way they act. They turned me off when they had a homeless man on their show once. And just the way they went about it, they wouldn't want to help that man. They were freaking making fun of him. They took him home, let him take a shower in Kris Jenner's shower just to piss her off. See what I'm saying? They weren't doing it out of the kindness of their hearts. Okay, let me get the article pulled up. Oh, that's the one about their divorce. Kim and Kanye are getting a divorce. He's went batshit crazy. I shouldn't say that. I mean, I've got mental health problems myself. But y'all remember when he went and met with President Trump at the White House? With all kinds of cameras, reporters there. He acted like he was jacked up on speed. But I don't think he was. I think he was experiencing mania. I experience mania. And when I do it, I try to keep to myself. Okay. Kim Kardashian's got more headaches to deal with. Cops say a man crashed through the gate to her Hidden Hills community and said he was trying to pay her a visit. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ the incident happened around 6:30 p.m. Wednesday when a 24-year-old man breached the main entrance gate in an effort to track down Kim at her Hidden Hills home. We're told security managed to stop the guy before he could get anywhere near Kim's place, and the sheriff was called. Our sources say the man told law enforcement he was going to see Kim, and at one point even claimed that Kim Kardashian was his wife. We're told the sheriff cited the guy for trespassing and he was released. It sounds like Kim's still safe in Hidden Hills, but the gate needs a little help. Isn't that crazy? I used to think, oh my God, I'd love to be rich and famous like them. Now, no. I wouldn't want their life. I'd take their money, but I wouldn't want the crap that comes with it. All the paparazzi you can't go anywhere. You can't even go to a grocery store and just do a little grocery shopping because the paparazzi will run you down. And then you got all these fans running you down too. That would get annoying for me. I think for Kylie Jenner, Kylie doesn't like all the fame. Well, that's what she says. She doesn't like all the fame. Okay, let's read up about Kim's divorce a little bit. Do you know that Kim Kardashian, her security that works for her is from the CIA and the FBI. They used to work for them. because she got robbed in 2016 in Paris, and they tied her up and everything, I believe, and they stole her big, expensive engagement ring. And now Kim doesn't even wear real jewelry anymore because it traumatized her. She's afraid of being robbed again. Let's read about their divorce a little bit. Okay, news of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West divorce broke the hearts of their fans a while back. After being separated for a few months, the couple decided to call it quits. Now, new details surrounding their high profile divorce have revealed that the reason for separation cited by the American reality TV star was irreconcilable differences. As per reports, the court documents reveal that Kim cited irreconcilable differences as a reason for their divorce. According to Entertainment Tonight, Kim also reportedly requested the ability to award spousal support by either herself or Kanye be terminated. The documents also revealed that their date of separation is still to be discussed, as previously reported, that the famous pair had a prenuptial agreement in place. The prenup, which will help them to avoid a hairy dispute over their massive fortune, reportedly states that the assets and obligations of the runaway singer and Kardashian are their own respective properties. The documents were filed on February 22nd, and the Keeping Up with the Kardashians star is being represented by famed divorce attorney of the stars, Laura Wasser. Last week, it was revealed that the beauty mogul is also seeking joint and legal custody of their 4 children. She shares with West 7-year-old North, 5-year-old Saint, 3-year-old Chicago, 1-year-old Psalms. The split is said to be perfectly amicable. The reports of reasoning for the divorce have varied, with sources previously claiming that their politics, lifestyle, Calabasas home, and even the rapper's surprisingly brief attendance at his wife's lavish birthday party last year have all been points of contention. I want to know what happened at her birthday party last year. I don't follow them anymore. I don't watch them anymore. So I don't know. So Kanye and Kim began dating in 2012 and confirmed their relationship by appearing at public events. They married on May 24, 2014, in a ceremony at a Renaissance fortress in Florence, Italy. Now, I did watch the episodes of them getting married. Man, that was a nice wedding. It probably cost $1 million or more. I guarantee it. Okay, the marriage was Kanye's first and Kim's third marriage. She was first married to music producer Damon Thomas from 2000 to 2004, then to basketball pro Chris Humphries. I liked Chris, he's a nice guy, from 2011 to 2013, though she filed for divorce just 72 days after their wedding. And I was watching the show when she married Chris Humphries, and she wasn't married to him no time. Within a couple of days, she was wanting a divorce. Within a couple of days, she was separated from him. I don't know why she got married. Sometimes I think these girls get in love. They're in love with getting married. They're not really in love with the person they're marrying. You know what I mean? They're in love with planning the wedding and having a beautiful wedding. Personally, myself, I think those big fancy weddings are a waste of money. For real. I mean, I can't imagine spending $10,000 on a wedding, let alone 30 and 40. I guarantee Kim K's wedding cost $1 million or more. Just think they probably paid to fly everyone there to Italy, and they had to pay to rent the castle, all the flowers, everything. What went down at her party? I don't know what went down at that party, but we're going to find out right now. I'm going to look it up on my phone. I want to know what went down. He must have crashed it. I think she has tried, in her defense, she has tried to get Kanye help. And because he's struggling mentally, like he's in bad shape, and he just refused the help, from what I can understand. Okay, wait. Kim Kardashian's infamous birthday party ended in tears. So, okay, Shauna, and she must have had she must have rented a damn private island to have her birthday party at. Okay, let's see what it says. Um, According to In Touch, Kardashian wanted her private island birthday bash to be peaceful and relaxing, but the party was ruined because of her family, a source says. Chaos erupted as Kardashian attempted to distract herself from the pandemic and her husband Kanye West's mental health issues. There was a bit too much drinking, with Kris Jenner turning Kim's birthday into the Kris show. The family didn't even want to be there, as everyone is still blaming her for keeping up with the Kardashians getting canceled. Khloe in particular. Wait, their show's canceled? Whose main source of income will be going away when the show stops, was so slighted that she refused to spend money on a gift. The squabbles between the sisters, as well as the fact that the famously vain reality star is getting old, meant that Kim was constantly crying. Okay. Nothing in this story can be trusted, nor is any of it accurate. Chloe's income is not reliant on keeping up with the Kardashians, nor do the sisters blame Kim for the show ending. Kylie Jenner perhaps summed up the family's feelings best when she said, "We could just keep going and going and going, but we've just got to let it be. With everyone having their own families, it was simply time for one of E's highest rated shows to come to an end." Okay, who snitched the story? Plus, the Kardashians have made it clear that the only people on the island were family and very close friends. Who in the group is going to tell these stories to In Touch? Everyone who could have told these stories to the tabloid is in Kardashian's personal circle of trust, so we could not believe it. By all accounts, Kim had a wonderful 40th birthday. There was the hologram, the beach, and an escape from the real world. This is not the only story Gossip Cop has busted about this very birthday party. Though she may have cried tears of joy over the hologram of her deceased father, there were no meltdowns or tears at the birthday bash. Well, if you ask me, Kris Jenner, Kim's mom, she always makes it about her. She is an attention whore for sure. You know what I always heard about her? I always heard that her and O.J. Simpson had an affair, and Khloe Kardashian actually belongs to O.J. Simpson. You know, Kris Jenner and what was his name? Robert Kardashian. They were good friends with Nicole Simpson and O.J. Simpson. And Khloe Kardashian looks just like O.J. Simpson's daughter, O.J. and Nicole's daughter. Was Bruce Caitlyn there? You know, I was so surprised that Bruce transitioned into Caitlyn, which, you know, I'm happy for him. You know, he's living his best life. He's living a true, authentic life. But you know what? I don't think Kris Jenner was too thrilled when Bruce transitioned. I think she was really embarrassed by it. And you know, one of the reasons I was so turned off by the Kardashians was how Bruce was treated when he was on the show as Bruce, not Caitlyn. I thought Kris Jenner treated him really badly. Crap, she treated his mom badly. His mom flew in there. Kris didn't want Bruce's mom staying at the house. And I'm calling him Bruce because he was Bruce back then when I was watching the show. He hadn't transitioned right. Hey, Wiggleworm, how are you? But she just, she treated Bruce like He was a second-class citizen. I think now Chris is very jealous of Caitlyn because let's be honest, Caitlyn Jenner is very, very pretty. Dresses all glamorous. She's more of a lady than Kris Jenner, that's for sure. What did they expect? He was constantly surrounded by women. I know it. They said that the girls, the Kardashian girls, used to find lipstick, things like that in Bruce's jacket pocket and in the car and stuff. They thought he was having an affair with someone, but he wasn't. He was dressing up as a woman when no one was around. It's sad that you have to hide who you are, you know, for that long of a time. I feel bad for him. I love Caitlyn. Yes, it was terrible how he was treated. I remember the episode where his mom was flying in to see him, and him and Chris had it out because she didn't want Bruce's mom staying in that house. And you can imagine how many rooms are in Kris Jenner's mansion. She did not want her there. I'd say Bruce's mom, she seems like a nice lady. She probably didn't like Kris Jenner. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure out what kind of lady she is. She latched onto that Kardashian man because he was an attorney. She was a flight attendant when she met Robert Kardashian. Yeah, she wasn't rich and famous and glamorous. No, she was just working on an airplane as a stewardess, whatever you call it. She used that man. It's my opinion. Now, she claims that they drifted apart when O.J. Simpson's trial started. I'd say they drifted apart because she was screwing O.J. Simpson. Excuse my language. Truth's the truth. Truth will stand when the world falls, honey. Okay, so that's enough about Kim K. I'm going to give myself a headache talking about that little brat. I know she's the same age as me, but she is such a freaking brat. I cannot stand her. I don't like none of them. Just to be honest, I used to like Khloe Kardashian, but she changed quite a bit too. What happened to my article here? Okay. So next we're going to talk about Lady Gaga, and then after that, I need to give y'all an update on a story we talked about last year. There was a man in Florida that cut his wife's lover's penis off. So I'm going to give y'all a little update about that. If I can get this stinking article to pull up here. Okay. So, Lady Gaga's 2 dogs were recovered safely on Friday night after the shooting and dog napping. The woman who brought the dogs to the LAPD's Olympic Community Police Station appears to be uninvolved and unassociated with Wednesday's crime. Lady Gaga's dogs their names are Gustav and Kalji. Okay, so this is what she said about her dogs and the dog walker. Okay, this is when they were still missing. It says Gustav and Kalji are still missing, and she's praying for their return as well as a speedy recovery for her friend and dog walker Ryan Fisher, who was shot. Fisher, through his family, has broken his silence about the ordeal. Ryan is receiving extraordinary care in the hospital right now, and his doctors expect him to make a full recovery, his family told TMZ on Friday. That is great news. I didn't know if he was going to make it or not because he was shot in the freaking chest. Most people that are shot in the chest do not survive it. We cannot possibly say enough to thank all of the first responders, nurses, and doctors who have worked so tirelessly to care for Ryan. And the FBI is still investigating this, guys. They went on to thank Lady Gaga, saying she has shown nothing but nonstop love and concern for Ryan and our family right through the outset. Ryan loves Gustav and Calgie as much as Lady Gaga does. So we join her in her plea for their safe return. This is for Friday. Um, I'd say he does love those dogs as much as Lady Gaga. I mean, she's a busy woman, so he probably spends more time with them than she does. Gaga is abroad in Rome working on the Ridley Scott film Gucci. Is beside herself about the situation. Well, she's happy now that the dogs have been returned. Now, I'm just wondering, is she going to give that $500,000 to the lady that found the dogs? I reckon the dogs were found tied to a light pole, I read, and she came upon the dogs tied up. They're thinking that this was a random attack. I'm not sure about that. Maybe they didn't know who the dogs belonged to, but I got a feeling that they were watching this guy's moves. This Ryan Fisher, they were staking out him. I still really believe that this case is connected to the one in San Francisco. Little Chloe, the French bulldog, was stolen from her owner at gunpoint. Two guys jumped out, punched her in her face. They caught her off guard. She was bending over to pick up Chloe's mess from the ground. And they approach her, punch her in the face, pull out a gun, take her dog. Guess what? Same kind of vehicle, same type of dog, same amount of men. I'm telling you, this is connected. There is some people that's going around stealing fancy-wancy dogs, and I don't know what they're doing with them. Maybe reselling them. Who knows? Emmy Lou. Oh, hey, welcome. Your name reminds me of Emmy Lou Harris. You know what I'm talking about? The singer. I think she's Harris. Emmy Lou Harris. I think it's the name. Anyways, welcome. Anyhow, I can't prove that those cases are connected, but they're only like 4 hours from each other. From Hollywood to San Francisco, I reckon. It's like 4 or 5 hours. Same exact vehicle, y'all. Same description of the men. I got a feeling I'm going to be right about this. This is Alicia. I changed my name on YouTube. It's my daughter's nickname. Oh, okay, Alicia. Thank you for telling me. Thank you so much. Because I hate when people change their well, people can change their names, but I hate when they change their names and they come in my stream and there's no picture, and then I don't know who they are. But it's all good. People got the right to change their name, not tell people. But anyhow, I'm glad she got her dogs back. And if the lady that found the dogs and returned them is not involved and they don't think that she is, I think she should get that $500,000 reward. Hey, if I returned her dogs, I'd be expecting a reward. Probably not $500,000, but I'd take $1,000 reward for my time and effort. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now we got to talk about some real weirdos, okay? Now, some of y'all that's been with me a while may remember this next story. Florida dad of 3 cut off his neighbor's penis. I'm trying not to laugh. He said that his wife was having an affair with this guy. He says he blacked out and just cut off his penis. Do y'all remember that story? Well, some of y'all that's been with me a while, where the guy shot his own self in the private part in the groin. He was trying to be cool and he was trying to stick a gun down in his pants and he shot himself in the groin. I remember doing a video on that and I was laughing, trying to read the article. I couldn't help but laugh. Okay. A Florida man claims he blacked out when allegedly attacking his wife's secret boyfriend. In July 2019, the victim told Gilchrist County 911 dispatcher that Alex Bonilla, 49, broke into his home and severed his penis. The victim told responding officers that Bonilla threatened to kill him if he resisted before taking him to his bedroom, tying him up, and cutting off his penis with scissors. Bonilla, who allegedly took off with the victim's penis, was apprehended hours after the 911 call. According to police, Bonilla broke into the home with a gun. 2 children were at the home at the time of the incident. A few weeks before the incident, Bonilla reportedly caught his wife having sex with the victim. Bonilla told investigators he confronted the man and told him, "You need to stay away from my wife and leave her alone." The defendant stated that he then blacked out and doesn't remember anything from that point until he was at work and was arrested. The victim said Bonilla entered his home without permission with the gun tucked under his arm and told the victim he was there to fix something. Bonilla then pulled out a gun to the victim's head and ordered him to the bedroom. The suspect then allegedly pulled out a metal pipe and threatened to beat the victim, prompting the victim to fall to his knees and beg Bonilla to stop. Bonilla Bonilla then forced the man to stand up and remove his pants. "This is normal. You will not die today." What? It says, "This is normal. You will not die today," Bonilla told the victim. Bonilla allegedly tied a rubber band around the victim's penis several times, then pulled out a pair of scissors. "This is for all the women you have been having relationships with," Bonilla allegedly said, then proceeded to cut off the man's private part. The victim said he tried to get away and tried not to scream because his children were in the house, but the suspect threw him to the floor and he pushed his knee into the man's chest to stop him from fleeing. Bonilla allegedly tried several times until he succeeded in cutting off the man's penis. Jesus mercy. While getting frustrated at the blood gushing out, Bonilla warned the man not to say anything, police said. "Don't act this way. This is normal. And if you try to call police, I will be out in 2 months and I will come back and finish this," Bonilla allegedly said. When Bonilla opened the bedroom door to leave, he allegedly found the victim's daughters watching through a small opening outside the door. Bonilla fled the residence with the man's penis in hand, which was never recovered. Bonilla is expected to plead guilty on Thursday to kidnapping, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Oh my God, they never recovered his penis. This reminds me of Lorena Bobbitt. He must have been watching the Lorena Bobbitt movie. Lorena Bobbitt's uncle, alleged uncle, reached out to me about 6 or 7 months ago. He left me a comment under one of my videos. So I started emailing back and forth with him. He wanted me to bring him on my live stream so that he could tell his story of the truth of who cut off John Bobbitt's penis. Okay, I asked him for proof. He gave me an immigration number. He's from another country. He sent me all kinds of pictures. He got really frustrated with me because I kept telling him, these are all the pictures that I have found on Twitter myself. Something else I found on Twitter. His Twitter and Lorena Bobbitt's mom's alleged Twitter had the exact same tweets. I think he was impersonating Lorena's mom. Anyways, let me tell you what he told me. He told me that him and Lorena Bobbitt had an affair for years. He told me that it was very common in Ecuador for people to marry their family members. He said his mom and dad were first cousins. Okay, he is Lorena Bobbitt's uncle, her mom's brother. Okay, this is what he said. He said the night that John Bobbitt's penis was cut off, Lorena called him, said she had been attacked by John. When he got there, John was asleep. He went in, he cut John's penis off, gave it to Lorena, and then he fled the scene, and then Lorena fled and threw it in a cornfield. Okay. I kept wondering and even asking this, and you just wouldn't answer really. Why would you confess to a crime like that for? Why would you confess to a crime? He's obviously got some kind of obsession with her because he kept telling me that they were in love with one another. I did look up to see if that is the culture in Ecuador to marry your family members, and yes, it is. It very much is. Was the victim a little person? I don't know if the victim was a little person or not. I can't remember. I don't think so. They didn't say anything like that. Can you imagine what that man went through when this Bonilla was cutting off his penis? It took him a couple different tries because those scissors just wasn't sharp enough. And he kept getting mad because blood was gushing everywhere. Anyways, back to Lorena's uncle. When he saw that I wasn't going to do a live stream with him, he got very angry and he was very nasty to me. But I just couldn't figure out why he would be wanting to confess to this crime. And another thing, I can't bring someone onto my live stream when I can't verify who they are. He could have got those pictures from anywhere. I found those same pictures. Can't understand why he wouldn't have fought back. I don't know, Mike. Well, he had a gun. Bonilla had a gun. That's how he got the victim to go into the bedroom. He held a gun to his head. I feel so sorry for the little girl. I think it was the little girl that was watching through a crack in the Wilder door. She was watching her dad be mutilated by that weirdo. Thank God that weirdo didn't harm the kids. I wonder if he ever thought to himself that it might be his wife's fault for having an affair. It's just not the man's fault. She's the married one. Which I'm glad he didn't harm her. That's not what I'm saying, but he's totally blaming this man for the affair. Where does the wife's blame come in? Because she's the one that's married. I feel sad for the victim. I feel sorry for him. I mean, they didn't even find his penis. God, I hate that word. I wanted you to stay away from that dude. I even investigated and we were going to hire a private investigator for you. Yes. See, never lose hope. So she has seen the emails I got from Lorena Bobbitt's uncle. Alleged uncle. Let me say that. Alleged. That's why I wouldn't bring him on here. It would have been an interesting stream to hear him tell all this. I know y'all would have enjoyed it, but I can't verify who he is. He was weird. He wanted to come to Virginia, where I'm at, for me to interview him. And I was like, that's not the way YouTube works. I can bring you, through a video chat, StreamYards or something. But I'm not a professional. I don't got a damn camera crew and a mic crew. Come on now. Finally, I just ended up blocking him and moving on from it. Yeah, he had commented under a video I had done about her and, oh gosh, what's the weirdo that killed that girl in Italy, then was acquitted of it? I can't think of her name. They had done a podcast together and I'd done a video on it. Okay, so what else are we going to talk about? Oh yeah, I got another weirdo. They just let a pedophile out of prison, a baby killer, a baby raper. He's been in prison for 2 decades. The neighbors, he's living with his brother, and the neighbors are freaking pissed. And they have every right to be. Okay. Look at this little baby. He murdered this little pretty girl, raped her and murdered her, beat her. Convicted child killer released from prison after 2 decades. Says he's innocent. New neighbors want him gone. So this is in Illinois, and this is, I think it's from the same area as the AJ Friend case. It is Crystal Lake, Illinois. Okay, so an Illinois man released from prison this week after serving 24 years for the brutal rape and murder of a 20-month-old baby says he's innocent of the charges, but residents of his neighborhood have launched a petition to force him to move. Case M. Williams, 47, was released from Dixon Correctional Center on Thursday, the 24th anniversary of the death of Courtney Clee. Williams had been sentenced to 48 years in prison, the Daily Herald said, and will be on mandatory supervised release for 3 more years, during which time he must attend counseling and wear a device to monitor his whereabouts. Well, I can tell you right now, that counseling is not going to help that weirdo. These child molesters, these pedophiles and stuff, it's just sex predators. It's just wired into their DNA. They're like these serial killers. They can't control the urge. It's an addiction to them. Okay, Williams spoke outside his brother's home in Crystal Lake, where he will live, apologizing to his neighbors for bringing any discomfort, but saying he wants to get out there that I am innocent of these charges. Yeah, right. They're all innocent. Curiously, Williams never appealed his conviction, although now he says that his confession the day after the toddler's death was made under great duress, and that there were big mistakes made in the charging process. Williams said Courtney's death was an accident that happened because he was under the influence of drugs and alcohol and panicked when the little girl stopped breathing. He explained that he tried CPR, but I'm not really a small guy, so the pressure I was applying, obviously, it was too much. Really? Well, let's explain. I like for him to explain this baby being sexually assaulted. Damn, I'm getting mad. Can't talk. Kane County State's Attorney Jamie Mosser, who was elected to the post in November and worked in the office while Williams' case was being prosecuted, said his claims are not even remotely true. The evidence showed that Courtney had major bruising to her abdomen. There was a significant amount of bruising and injuries on her head, either of which could have caused her death. And there was also evidence of a sexual assault, said Mosser, who said she wasn't involved with the case when it happened, but recently reviewed the file. He needs to take responsibility for what he did, she said. He took the life of a beautiful baby, and he did so in a traumatic and horrible way. The least he can do is let the family go on in peace and admit to what he did. Yeah, he needs to just admit to it. I mean, he was convicted of it. Well, I know some people are convicted, it's really innocent, but they had evidence against this guy. Plus, he confessed. I mean, he confessed to trying CPR on her, but said, where he was a big man, made her chest collapse, I guess. Bull crap. He raped this baby and then beat her to death. That's what he did. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, neighbors launched a change.org petition to bar Williams from Crystal Lake. It had nearly 1,000 signatures by Friday evening. What can we do, said Beth Zender, one neighbor. He has to live somewhere. Just kind of stinks that it's across the street and a block away from the school. Well, I can't believe that they're letting him live a block away from the school and him a convicted sex predator. Williams' next-door neighbor, who asked not to be identified, cried when she pulled into her driveway on Friday. How do I explain this to my kids, she asked. They're not going to sleep. I'm not going to sleep. The woman promptly got into a verbal argument with one of Williams' relatives, shouting at one another from their respective lawns. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be afraid, but he was falsely accused, said Amber Robarge, Williams' niece. The neighbor, however, told the Daily Herald that she now has no choice but to move. I don't blame her a bit. I wouldn't want to live beside this weirdo. He looks like he's a big giant of a man, too. I wouldn't feel safe with my kids out playing or walking to the park by themselves or riding their bike or anything. with this weirdo living around. For real. I can't even look at his picture. That little baby, she's so cute. I'd never heard of that name. Her name was Courtney. Like with the Q, it's a Courtney. It's Courtney. He is a monster. I mean, I can't believe he's trying to say he's innocent. He was the one that was with the toddler. He admitted to doing CPR on her. He tried to use doing CPR on her as a way to explain why she had bruises on her chest and stuff. He is full of crap. He raped that little baby and then he beat her to death. He should have never been let out of prison. He should have never seen the light of day again. He should have got life in prison. Now, Illinois, I don't know if Illinois has the death penalty. I don't think they do. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they don't. If I'm remembering right, I'm trying to think back on the AJ Friend case. I don't think they do. Anyways, big giant paramedics administer CPR all the time. He wasn't trying to save that baby. No, he wasn't trying to save her. He's just trying to explain away her injuries. But he can't explain away that sexual assault evidence, can he? You know, a good way to nip this in the bud is to retest the DNA that was found on that baby if they saved it. Retest it, compare it to his DNA, case solved. There'll be no more questions. See, Kentucky man's reported missing at the Grand Canyon. Let me see if there's anything else I want to share with y'all. Let's see, there's a missing first responder. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm going to share one more with y'all. This is a sad one, too. It's a weirdo mom. I've never heard of this case, but it looks like she took and tossed her kid into the river. Hey, Charlene. How are you doing? Look at this little cute boy. He reminds me of Dennis the Menace. He had blonde hair. Mom, who reported 6-year-old son missing, now says she tossed him into a river. Jesus Christ. A mother who reported her son missing has now been arrested and charged with murder as investigators seek to recover the child's body from the Ohio River. James Robert Hutchinson's mother reported the 6-year-old boy missing from his home in Middletown, Ohio on Sunday. Police there initially began to search for the boy near his home, but during police questioning, his mother allegedly admitted to killing the boy and throwing his body into the Ohio River. We'll see where he gets his red hair from. Sick bitch. According to the documents obtained by the Journal News, 29-year-old Brittany Gosney told police that she killed her son a few days prior in Preble County. Her boyfriend, James Hamilton, allegedly helped conceal the crime. The child's body was brought back to Middleton, where they live, and later put into the Ohio River, Middleton PD wrote. Gosney, who has been charged with murder, abuse of a corpse, and tampering with evidence, has been charged with tampering with evidence and abuse of a corpse. What? Oh, Hamilton. Okay. I didn't see that there, the period there. I'm half blind, even with glasses. Okay, so the mother was charged with abuse of a corpse, tampering with evidence. The boyfriend, Hamilton, he was charged with tampering with evidence and abuse of a corpse. He's not charged with murder. Authorities have not yet publicly commented on a possible motive for the apparent murder. Well, I can give you a motive. They're weirdos. They're monsters. That's why they do this crazy crap to their own kids and to other people's children. Because they're weirdos. They're monsters. They got evil in them. Okay, so investigators are now focused on recovering little James's body from the Ohio River. Police told Fox 19 that his body is believed to be in an area of high rough water and police are declining to share the precise location of the search in the interest of public safety. I never even knew this little feller was missing. Bless his sweet bones. So sad. How could you kill your kid, toss them away like a piece of freaking trash? I guarantee that she had been abusing this boy for a long time. The boyfriend probably been abusing him too, if the truth's known. You know what? I believe if you're going to help somebody cover up a murder, your ass should be charged with murder too, not just messing with the corpse, tampering with the evidence. If they up the charges on these people that helped conceal the crimes, they may not be so apt to help conceal and destroy evidence. He was a cutie. He reminds me of Dennis the Menace with his little glasses. He reminds me of the little boy next door, except the little boy next door has blonde hair. Sweet little ginger boy. I know it. Little gingerbread man. So cute. It breaks my heart seeing these kids' pictures and smiling and knowing, what happened to them. I'm sorry, but I think the part of all these parents killing their children is because people feel pity for these parents because this or that happened to them. They are evil. That's why they do it. That's exactly right. There's no excuse, Shirley. Look at me. My life has been just one big sad story. I don't want pity. I'm just saying I had an abusive childhood. I grew up in a dysfunctional household. I witnessed my boyfriend's suicide in 2008. I'm not abusive. I'm not crazy. I've never raised my hand to my son. I'm not hateful to my son. I'm very gentle. It has made me a very gentle person, very kind, caring person. So when I hear these people say, oh, I molested this girl, this little girl, or this little boy because I was abused growing up, makes me sick. It pisses me off. There's no excuse for that. Think about it this way. If you're abused, you know what abuse feels like. Why would you want to inflict that on someone else? It's made me very protective over my son, over children, animals, the vulnerable. It's no freaking excuse. And really, sometimes I think these mental illnesses, oh, I'm bipolar, so I went and butchered someone's death. Oh, bullcrap. I'm bipolar too. I don't have no thoughts of harming no one else. Come on now. It's just excuses. It's like Jodi Arias. She needed an excuse for murdering Travis. So what did she come up with? He was mentally abusive. She caught him looking at child porn. All this. Excuses, excuses. There is no excuse. In my opinion. No excuse whatsoever. Now, if someone's suffering from schizophrenia or something, that's a little bit different, especially if they're not on medicine, and they're hallucinating stuff. That's a little bit different. I don't really know how I feel about that, really. Yes, Cece, and look at the living person you are. You are just so, oh, thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. Oh, gosh, what happened to your message? It retracted. I didn't do that. But anyhow, I guess I'm going to get off here, guys. Oh, yeah, I do want to tell you something. We're going to have a coffee family game night, family feud. If any other creators want to join us, they are welcome to. But if not, we'll just play it the way we always play it. I would love to have teams up here. If we could get a team, girls versus boys. We could have Will, Mike, Cement Shoes if we could drag him up here. And then we could have a girl team. But if not, we'll just play our normal way. And I'm going to try to do that Wednesday night. We're going to have, let's say Wednesday night. No, let's do it tomorrow night. We're going to plan for tomorrow night, 7:30 or 8. And we're going to have coffee family game night and play Family Feud. Or I have 90s trivia. It's up to y'all. Probably do Family Feud because I got those new Family Feud cards. Family Feud Platinum. We played last time with the Platinum, but we only used a few of the cards out. And I've got those separated out. So We've got to have some fun on here. But anyhow, oh yeah, I completed my rooster diamond painting. I think I may have to add another coat of Mod Podge. It's not as shiny and sparkly as I would like. I didn't put much on it. But anyways, I have started my Starry Night, my Van Gogh painting, and I'm putting one little drill on it at a time because I want it completely perfect. But anyways, y'all have a great day. Enjoy the first day of March if you can, if it's not raining outside like it is here. And be safe, be kind, and peace. Thank you for your support. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I really, really do.